Hi friends, I am Vinod Chakaran. The topic which we are going to discuss today is sampling concepts and types of sampling. Statistical sampling is an appropriate quality tool to collect and assess the information about a large population and draw logical conclusion about the characteristics of the population. So here assume this is a large population and we are taking a sample from it, and with this sample we are inferring an information about the population, about its characteristics. However, we need to be careful in designing and executing and implementing the sampling methods to get a reliable and useful information about the population. Now we will see some concepts in sampling. One is representative sample. You will see with an example. Let us say a basket contains 8 red balls and 8 green balls. A representative sample would be like if you select 4 red and 4 green balls, it will be a correct representative of the box as a whole. But if you select only 6 red balls, then it would not be a correct representative of this box. Homogeneity. This means similarity of certain characteristics of the members of the targeted population. Now, if you consider color as a characteristic, then red has got its own homogeneity and green has got its own homogeneity. But if you see the size as a characteristics, you will find that the whole box is a homogeneous. The number of balls all are homogeneous. Now we will see another concept in sampling which is called bias. Now here some members are likely to select than the others. If one person is preferring the green over red, and if he is asked to take samples from the basket, the more likelihood that he will select more green than the red because he prefers green color. So it is a kind of bias used in the sampling. Another example you can say, if a political party wishes to know the likelihood of winning the election by means of some pre-polling, and if they uses their own media and news channels, they would end up saying that they may win, but that may not be true because the bias of sampling. Next concept is accuracy, means how close sample statistics to population parameter and is measured by margin of error. Now let us say we will consider mean or average as a parameter. What it says is that the population mean and sample mean will be more or less equal with a margin of error which is standard deviation divided by root n. N is the sample. When sample size increases and they are true representative, sampling accuracy also increases. Next is precision, refers to how close estimates of different sample to each other. When standard error is small, estimates from different samples will be in close value. Here what we mean is that let us say a population and there are two samples we are selecting, 1 and 2. This will be called as precise if 1 and 2 are more or less equal. When sample size increases, precision also increases as a result of decreasing variability. Now here one thing we can notice that in both accuracy and precision, When sample size increases, both accuracy and precision also increase. Now we will look into types of sampling. It is majorly classified into two: probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Random sampling, stratified sampling, and systematic sampling. These are all fall under probability sampling. The block sampling, which is coming under non-probability sampling. Now we will go to random sampling. The first one, drawing sample from a population in a manner which each member has an equal probability of being chosen and is selected independent of each other. Now in this basket you can see there are 16 balls. The probability of choosing one red ball is 1 by 16. Similarly, probability of selecting one green ball is also 1 by 16. So each has got an equal probability of being chosen and is selected independent of each other. So that is what is random sampling. Now what is the methodology? We have to first select a sampling frame. So this is our sampling frame. In that we have to assign the numbers 1 to n. So we have assigned 1 to 16. Generate a sample size n different random numbers. Now simple technique of random sampling is a using a bowl and pick up random by shuffling it properly. That is the simplest method. Select members associated with the n random numbers. So this is how the random sampling we have to do. Next one is stratification. Stratified sampling. Stratification is the process of partitioning a target data population into number of more homogeneous subsets based on their characteristics. So here I have given an example. If we want to analyze batting averages of different players, we need to first stratify them in terms of the formats of the game. Now, cricket as a game, this is the total space we have chosen. In that, we are putting in different compartments. Like Test cricket is one kind of homogeneous space in the overall uh, the space which we have chosen. One day cricket has got its own homogeneous uh, characteristics. T20 has its own characteristics. So we are sort of stratified into different formats. Else we will end up with a wrong conclusion. So continuing stratification, what we have to do, the methodology is that first select a sampling frame. In our case, we have taken the cricket as a game, we have taken as a total sampling frame. Then select number of strata and the variable. Now here we have chosen Test cricket one day and T20 as a different strata, and determine the sample size from each strata and do the study whatever we need to conduct. So this is what is stratified sampling method. Next is systematic sampling. Systematic sampling is a type of probability sampling method in which sample members from a large population are selected according to a random starting point with a fixed periodic interval. This interval called sampling interval and is calculated by dividing the population size by desired sample size. So we will see how it is done here. If you want to select 100 samples out of 500, so the interval will be 500 divided by 100 is equal to 5. Then every fifth sample you have to select. The starting point need to be taken as random. So exactly the thing which is given here, we have done here. Now here if you see the first the first member we have to choose at random. From that point onwards, every fifth member we have to select as a sample. So this is done in a periodic interval. So this is what is systematic sampling. The next one is that block sampling. This is a non-probability sample. This is also called the judgment sampling. This is normally used in accounts or finance. The items are chosen in a sequential order. Once the initial item in the block has been chosen, then the balance of the defined block will be automatically chosen. We'll see in this example, an auditor will select any one block as a sample. So in this case, you can see block 1, 2, 3, 4. Now suppose the auditor has taken or chosen block 3, then he has to do select 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 as sample for checking or auditing. So this is what is block sampling. This is completely a non-probability kind of sampling. So friends, hope that you all enjoyed this video. Looking for your valuable comments and also request you to subscribe to this channel and share it to other useful social networks. If you have any queries, please send a mail to vinodas20140504 at gmail.com.